All right. Hi, everybody. It's Kiara training at InsuredMine. Today, for the next 30 minutes, we're just going to be going over the two-way integration that we have with HawkSoft. On the call with us, we have our HawkSoft integrator builder, Sabrish. So he will give us a showcase of what goes back and forth and what does that look like. Before we go into it, we first need to get some basic setup done. So the flow for today is going to be first setup. How do I make sure everything is connected? The second is how does it work? So Sabrish will show us how does the integration happen. 3 is how do I build a workflow? And 4 is best practices. So 3 and 4 will kind of connect because how you build your flow usually is built based upon what are the best practices that we've seen with other HawkSoft users, kind of like where do I start? Do I start in InsuredMine? Do I start in HawkSoft? And when does InsuredMine take over? So that's going to be the flow that we're going to follow for the next 30 minutes. So first up is our setup. So to begin, everyone should make sure that they have completely set up their InsuredMine profile. The connection with email and the connection with scheduler, verifying your email, all of that information is going to be important when it comes to integrations and automation within the platform. The best way to make sure your account has been fully set up is to view the Get Started page. To get there, you will, let me see if I can annotate on the screen here. You're going to select your profile picture, and then you're going to select Get Started. And then that Get Started screen will open up. Depending on whether you're an admin or an agent, you might see 7 steps or you might see 6 steps. The step that will be skipped depending on that would be the phone setup. So you'll just follow all of those steps. If at any point you need help or clarifying, you need more clarification on what to do, on the far right, there's a video that matches the step and also a knowledge base article that matches the step itself. So there's multiple ways to get support while you're doing that. Next. So first is set up InsuredMine. The second is we need to enable HawkSoft integration. So we need to enable data sharing with InsuredMine. So to do this, you'll go to the HawkSoft marketplace. And in the marketplace, you'll find InsuredMine, and you're going to need to enable data share. There's going to be 2 InsuredMine options. One is for basic, your book of business. So that one you'll need to enable. And then the second one is the integration back to HawkSoft. So one's HawkSoft into InsuredMine, enable that data. And the next one's from InsuredMine to HawkSoft. You'll need to enable that data sharing. If at any point you guys have questions about that or about our presentation that we're going over today, you guys can feel free to drop it in the chat and we'll answer as we go. So the next thing is Sabrish. Sabrish, if you can share your screen, he will show us how the integration works.
Sure, Kiara. Can you allow me to share?
Yes, please.
I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, we can see it.
So hi everyone, like I'm in my sandbox environment of client opened here. So we sync notes, tasks, activities, and in communication, we sync email, text, and call logs, and also files into HawkSoft. So let me add a note for this moment. Oh, something is not correct. Yeah. And let me save it. So once I save it, like once we save it, it takes 10 to 15 minutes to get this synced with HawkSoft. So once that is synced, like you will be seeing this in logs. So let me refresh it again if we can see it. So it's not there, it stacks up in the queue. So once the queue refreshes every 5 to 10 minutes in HawkSoft, this will be seen here. And similarly for other items as well, like you can add the attachments here. Let me add an attachment. Yeah. So once we upload any file or add any tasks, notes, activities here in any contact which is already synced with HawkSoft, this will be taken into HawkSoft Queue, and this will be pushed into the logs in a period of time. So if you can see, like we have pushed the tasks which we have created already. So it is created as a suspense, and all the details of those tasks will be available here. And soon, like the other item, the file will also be appeared here. And also the files will be appeared here in the attachment sections as well. So yeah, similar to this, like you can add notes, tasks, and other items which syncs into HawkSoft.
Yeah, perfect. And Paula, you just answered what I was about to ask Sabrish. So Sabrish, how long does it take for any change or update to show in HawkSoft?
So it takes maximum of 10 to 15 minutes. As you see, like it took us 2 minutes to sync it here. The maximum it takes 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Or
Perfect.
otherwise, if you have added any notes or files previously which was not synced, like if you have not turned on before and you want to sync those data now, you can go into those files or any tasks. You can see like this option will be here, sync with HawkSoft. So once you click on this button, if this file is eligible, this will be pushed into HawkSoft manually.
Perfect. And just to reiterate, files, communication, task, notes, and activities will filter back into HawkSoft, right?
Yes.
Okay. And under communication, it's only emails, text, and calls. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. What happens if I have a contact in InsuredMine and I also have a contact in HawkSoft and I end up having a duplicate? What's the best process to clean up that data?
So we have created multiple ways to remove the duplicates in HawkSoft and InsuredMine system. So one thing is like whenever we sync data from HawkSoft, we check the emails and phone numbers. If those are syncing, like we map it to the same contact, we do not create any new contact. And also like whenever you submit a form, public form, that time also we check the email and phone numbers to verify the existing data, and we create the contacts in InsuredMine.
Perfect. Yep. We're starting to get some questions in the chat. Can attachments download from InsuredMine to HawkSoft be renamed to more specific than the standard transfer format?
So we need to update the name here.
So you can update the name in HawkSoft once the attachment, because it's always going to show as an IM or InsuredMine. It'll have that naming. Yeah. So can they edit that in HawkSoft?
I guess yes. I'm not sure about
On how to, yeah. Okay. What does communication include? Email campaigns such as drip marketing and birthday emails. Regis, no, it does not include any marketing campaign or birthday automations that you're sending out. It's only one-off text, calls, or emails.
Right.
Can attachments download? Oh, yes, we answered that one. And then the next question, What about clients that have a commercial account and private account and use both the same? Yeah, so David, in InsuredMine and even in the AMS, based on whether it's a personal contact or a commercial contact, they are going to have two separate accounts because one's a commercial account and one is a personal account. So for that instance, you would have two different contacts that would have the same name. Let's see. If you attach files in HawkSoft, does it automatically upload HawkSoft into InsuredMine? So files, task notes do not come down from HawkSoft into InsuredMine, but from InsuredMine, you can send them back up to HawkSoft. So if they're already in HawkSoft, they do not transfer into InsuredMine. Michael, did that answer your question? Sabrish, can you go back to the contacts module in InsuredMine?
Sure.
So let's say you do see a duplicate. So every time you open up a contact in InsuredMine, on the far right, it'll show you whether any duplicates exist. And then from this screen, you're able to select, and you'll hover over the number. You'll be able to select which contacts you'd like to merge together, or you can decide whether you don't want to merge them. Like these contacts do not need to be merged. It's not required.
Right.
By default, it's searching by email and by phone number.
Right.
So InsuredMine connects contacts by email and phone. So if at one point you do have duplicates, you can always clean it up. Perfect, David. All right. Any other questions about HawkSoft integration? What transfers into HawkSoft? No? Okay, the last thing I want to point out is in InsuredMine, we also have the open in HawkSoft button. So if at any point you do need to make an edit to a contact, you can click that open. So we can exit this page. Sorry. You can click that open in HawkSoft and that customer profile will open up directly.
Yeah. So to make this work, you have to install HawkSoft in the current system which you are using. So I've not installed HawkSoft in my system. It is in my RDP, so it won't open here. But if you have HawkSoft CMS installed in your current system, then it will open.
Yep. Kim asked a question, what transfers out of HawkSoft? The things that go out of HawkSoft are going to be files, communication, task, notes, and activities. Under communication, it's only emails, text, and calls. So those are the things that will transfer out of InsuredMine to HawkSoft. Files that have been attached, if you have already attached them inside of the contact in InsuredMine, Sabrish, can you show how to sync them?
So if the files or notes or tasks, it is not synced previously, then you can go here, click on this action button. There you will find sync with HawkSoft. So if you can click on this button, it will sync the file or any activity into HawkSoft.
Perfect. Kim, files do not transfer into InsuredMine. So from HawkSoft to InsuredMine, files do not come in.
No.
Okay. Any other questions on integration? No? Okay. The next part or piece of this is best practices. Where do I start? That's always the big question. So if you have a brand new prospect, this is someone you've never talked to before, this is going to depend on whether you want prospects in HawkSoft or whether you want to keep all of your prospects in InsuredMine. So it's going to depend on what your agency's flow is. Some agencies don't want prospects in HawkSoft, so they use InsuredMine solely for prospect management. And once that prospect says, yes, I'm interested in this policy, they wait for the carrier to download that contact details. And then they now have two different contacts in InsuredMine. They have the active customer and they have the prospect customer, and they just merge those together. all information from that prospect will transfer to the active client. If you want prospects inside HawkSoft, then you're just going to start in HawkSoft. So you'll add your prospect in HawkSoft. You can click the cloud at the very top of your screen to sync the data. And once that contact is pushed into InsuredMine, you'll then create the deal card or manage that prospect in InsuredMine because the contact has been added in from HawkSoft. So the first question to answer is, do you want prospects in HawkSoft? Yes or no? If you say no, then you start in InsuredMine and you'll have to merge the contacts together. If you want prospects in HawkSoft, you'll start in HawkSoft. You'll create the contact there. Once the contact downloads into InsuredMine, then you'll start working your prospect there. Either way works. It's just a personal preference, whichever one you prefer. Any questions on where to start? Or how do I create my process? How you create your process is based upon where you want your prospects. And then from there, you'll just continue working your prospect through your pipeline. You can have some prospect campaigns running. The only way the prospect will become active is once a policy is attached to that contact, an active policy. So once the effective date hits the policy, then the customer will become active. Any other questions for us about HawkSoft integrations? We have about 7 more minutes left with you all. Is there anything you'd like to see? No questions is a good sign to me, either. Okay. So if you guys need more support or you need help setting up your HawkSoft integration, in the chat, I will drop my calendar scheduler link so you guys can book a meeting with me and we can go over the integration and look at your process. Anything you guys need, we're here. Boss man, any wise words?
No, this is fantastic. Thank you. Thanks, Kiara, for running the show. As always, you and Montserrat do an awesome job. Just one quick thing I would add is just show of hands of anybody whose two-way integration is not turned on yet. There you go. We got David. I see Brittany, Regis. Anybody else? Andrew is on. I know. Brad, doing okay? Brian. Derek, Jennifer, are you guys okay? Already turned on. Scott, good to see you, Scott. You guys are all on two-way now? All right. So that's the first thing I would say, guys. Obviously, Montserrat, you're taking notes on that. David, Brittany, Regis, I can see at least 3 of them. Let's make sure they get the benefit of using this two-way. And let them get started on that. I was thinking billing plans, agents bill versus direct bill. I know, Scott, that is a part of the discussion, but I will kick this again with Kenny from HawkSoft and get them, hey, and I'll put your name on the list. Say, hey, Scott wants this, and I'm sure he will pay attention. But I'll get that going as well. So as always, good to see you guys. There is a lot more happening, as you can see earlier today. I don't know if anybody, Andrew, I know you were on the renewal session earlier today. So there's a lot more engagement, a lot more sessions. We're going to be continuing to do this. So we want you all to feel a part of this and, let's grow together. That's the whole idea of community building. Help each other. If your process is getting stronger and better, raise your hand. Tell us, hey, how can I share this? We would love to bring that out to everybody. I see a question. Are there any future plans to increase the integrations? Yes, of course. Jennifer, that is always yes answer. InsuredMine, the DNA of InsuredMine is to get better every day. And you just as I was saying earlier today, we do almost 600 new enhancements or release every year, which means all of this is happening. And so one thing I would throw out, again, don't hold me accountable, because integration is a two-way street. We may propose a lot, but it also has to be that HawkSoft is ready to match that at the tech level. Two things I'll tell, and again, I'll not comment or commit to any timeline on either of them. One, we're trying to do a single sign-on, so you don't need to sign into both systems. You sign into your HawkSoft, and that will allow you to continue and manage that login to InsuredMine. I think that will reduce the friction and a smooth transition between them. Second one, which I think you all should be very excited about, is that you have to create contacts manually in HawkSoft, or you have to and then push it, or when you do it in InsuredMine, then it's difficult to push it back. We are trying to smoothen that, so automatically a contact or the shell of that contact is created in HawkSoft when you create one in InsuredMine. I think that will be a big one. We have shortcut in HawkSoft for InsuredMine. I am not sure about that, Cam. I'll look into that. So, and again, there are a few more functionality basis, and giving more options that we are looking to continue building. How do I know if it is working, Tracy, Kiara, or Sabresh?
Yeah, so I always say run a test. So pick one prospect test and add a note, add a file, and add a task. And then wait about 10 to 15 minutes and then go into HawkSoft and see if it appears. If it does not, let us know, and then we can take a look at the back end to see, if it's all synced up correctly. Yeah. All this sounds great, but what are the chances that we made day-to-day usage?
I'm not sure if go ahead.
Yeah, Jennifer, sorry, Jennifer, can you explain a little more? But what are the changes that will be made to the day-to-day usage also? Oh, like the day-to-day usage within the system itself. So like the undo button when you're building a template. Is that what you mean, Jennifer? Yes. Yeah. So every day we're making enhancements and creating a better
user experience. I'll write it on the board right now.
Yeah, we every day we have these conversations with the tech team and with customer support with all the suggestions and features. So we hear you and we see them and we are rolling them out. So yeah, Rajan just added that one to the board. You're not alone on that, Jennifer, though. I myself wish there was an undo button too. So we're working on it. Yeah, a big focus for this quarter has been how do we create a better user experience? So
yes. So I will make that one last comment and request to all of you. See, you are the one, we use the system, we eat our own dog food, which means, we use our system every day. But you guys are using it for the real purpose. We use it for our purpose. So when you are using and you feel like, hey, instead of going A to B to C to D, you have to go from A to D to C to B, where there's a detour, tell us. Show us, hey, I wish we can create the flow better on some of those. Give us those feedback, and we're going to be working on those. So every feedback we receive from you is going to help you guys better. So there are surveys we send out, or just pick up an email, support at InsuredMine, and just send us those. Or you have Montserrat's email ID, you got Kiara's email ID. Just send those to us, and we will continue to make them better. Last thing, yeah, go ahead, Kiara, please.
Jennifer asked the question, will there be more meetings like this for add-ons? We can definitely do that anytime. So usually once a month we have big releases in the system. So if you guys would like, a release meeting or a release party, we can definitely have that via Zoom with you.
These guys are all about party. Yeah. One thing I just want to comment, I want to acknowledge Sabresh being on the call. It's 2:30, which was 1 a.m. And so I appreciate him burning that midnight oil and joining the call all the way from India and helping us through the process on this. So thank you, Sabresh, for doing that.
Oh, sure, sir. My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabresh.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.